everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is sort of more like a vlog style type video, just because I'm really busy, but this is a project that I wanted to do and kind of share with you guys. Essentially, I got the idea actually from another YouTuber. Her name is Minji, and I will link her YouTube in the description because her project book very much inspired me to make mine, which actually it's not really called a project book. I guess it's a bullet journal of types. But yes, I was very inspired by how she sets up hers, and in mine will have similar themes to hers, but also have like some sort of my own twist on it. So yes, that's what we're doing. We are going to be making a sewing project bullet journal in today's video, but I'm also going to just kind of be chitty-chatting with you guys, talking about the channel and some of my absence. I do apologize. You guys are super awesome that you are so patient with me, because I do want to get to that point that I am making and getting a video up every week, but we'll talk about that more later. Let's talk about today's project, which is the bullet journal. And what are you gonna need? So first off, you're going to need a book or some kind. You want it to have blank paper, not lined paper. I mean, I guess you could do lined paper if you want. I just personally want a blank paper. And you're gonna want an awesome book, like I have. So this is actually one of my dragon books. This was the first one I ever made. It's purple because purple is my spirit color. I don't know. And it's a dragon because dragons are my spirit animals, because they are real. And don't you knock my fantasy dreams. But yes, so this is the book I'm using. You'll notice it's not ringed. It's got a spine. It has a solid spine. Man, words. And yes, the inside is a blank paper. So yes, this will be the book that I'm using. Other stuff, I got some glue sticks. I guess you could use tape, but I didn't want it to get in the way of me being able to write down notes, if that makes sense. So glue stick, if you go with tape, I would almost suggest double-sided tape, but I think this would be better. This is all new to me though, so I don't know. Pen for notes, or you could use colored pens or colored pencils. Just get creative. I also went to Michael's in the scrapbooking section, which is surprisingly hard to find nowadays. I remember like half of Michael's in the 90s was just scrapbooking stuff, it seemed like, so I guess that's like a dead hobby or something. But yeah, so I got these really cute tapes, because I guess they're called crafting tapes, but they were, yeah, they're called crafting tapes. They had a bunch of different varieties of them. This one's so cute, it's little kitties. And I like this one because it's very like vintagey, Victorian looking, so it's like perfect. Essentially, this is an idea I'm pretty much stealing exactly from Minji, which is just like bordering with fun tapes, pretty much each individual project. You inspired me though. I do actually really like her YouTube, and I would check her out. If you like any of my kind of content, you'll probably like her stuff, and it's probably much better cinematography than mine are. And then of course, a bundle of printed out projects. I'm not going to show you guys these just yet. They're slightly secretive. You'll see them in this video, don't worry. So yeah, and hey, that's the cool thing too. You guys are going to get a sneak peek at some upcoming projects. So that's all that I'm going to be using. You of course could get some fun stickers if you wanted to, or other things from the scrapbooking section. It's just my book is already so 3D. I don't want to stuff it too much with three-dimensional fun stickers. So I guess let's change camera angle, and I'll start showing you guys like how I'm piecing my visual bullet journal together, and kind of yeah, just showing basically what my process is and how I'm going to be setting up my projects. Alright, so let's get started. So I'm not going to use the first page. I'm actually going to go in a bit, and I think the first projects I'm going to start with will be my fashion plate inspiration projects, which here's like a sample of one. Essentially, which by the way, this is my favorite fashion plate. I just adore it because it's the only fashion plate that I love both dresses, and I want them both so much. But what I've done is I have printed out my fashion plates, and I'm going to cut them to actually fit in better, and then I'm going to glue them on the front side, and then I can have this whole side over here to be like notes and stuff, and I'll get more into details on what I mean by that. Let's just start crafting, I guess. So yeah, I've gone ahead and cut her out. I guess what's cool about this is like if you wanted to do inspiration from like multiple fashion plates, then what you could do is like you could take the picture of all, like say you wanted a bodice from this one, the bustle from that though, but the trim of the underskirt from this one, you could just like take all of them and paste them on the same page. And since I want to do both of these, I wanted to make sure that I had both of these on here. You could of course like say for the like this one, I really only want the green dress. If I really wanted to, I could just cut out the rest of the picture, which I might do since I kind of printed this a bit too big. But yeah, and I'm going to put some, I gotta pick some tape now, some fun tape for this project. Let's see. Oh my, which one should I use? I don't know, there's so many choices. I should definitely use one with roses on it. Let's do that one. Let's do this pretty one. I've never used this craft tape before, but like I said, I thought it was so cute. You'll have to excuse the loud noise. My neighbors seem to think that every day is mow the lawn day, even when it's wet. I wish I was kidding, but like it's been raining for 3 days and the grass is super wet. My neighbors are like, yeah, let's mow the lawn still. I swear someone's mowing the lawn here every day. Somebody, somewhere. Like, grass doesn't grow that fast, people. Alright, so yeah, I'm just gonna, oh, isn't that cute? I'm just doing a little border trim. Which I suck at. I get it all wrinkled in an area. Yeah, so I just wanted, like I said, while I'm doing this, I also just wanted to chat with you guys, kind of talk about, I wish my book would stay open a little better. It's slightly annoying, but whatever, that is life. Yeah, kind of, okay, so I am sorry for my huge absence. Like, I feel like I've just been gone for weeks, and it's just, I've been so busy. Just, I've had 2 craft fairs to sell at and a bunch of online work, and it's just finding the time to be able to sit down and film, let alone filming like a sewing project, which is what this channel is mostly about. It's just been so hard. It's just, unfortunately, I love doing my own projects and I love doing my YouTube videos, but you know, my customers do have to come first at the end of the day. Maybe one day when I'm monetized, I can make YouTube my priority. So now I'm just going to literally glue this in here on this side. So yeah. But yes, one of the things I'm actually planning on is I lived in this fantasy that I could be like most of the YouTubers I follow, which is I really thought I could film a video every week and get it edited and up on the weekend. But I think I'm actually going to have to be like how a TV show films. Essentially, I'm going to try and get like about 3 weeks ahead with my projects. And I think that would be the way to really help give a consistent weekly video out to you guys. Especially because there's just no way during September and October that I really have any time to film at all. But yeah, essentially I want to get ahead of myself with the filming process. So you guys might just have to bear with me for like a week or so while I do more vlog type videos to kind of help me catch up, because vlog videos are definitely easier to film right now, for me anyways. I will be doing, I have definitely a hairstyling video coming up, so I might not bore you too much with vlog after vlog, but I have a product review that will be coming up and a hairstyling video that I might have to use as filler videos until I can essentially get the sewing projects kind of ahead of themselves. So yes, that's basically what I wanted to talk to you guys about in this video. Not that I have like a tremendous following, I'm not kidding myself, but you know, for the 5 people on here that care, now you know. I'm kidding. I'm hoping there's more than 5 people that might care, but yeah. Oh, isn't that just so nice and tidy looking? Oh, I love this. I love this so much. I'm just so happy about this. I've been wanting to do this forever. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave this whole side blank, and essentially this way when I'm going through like the neck, I don't know, I think I'll do the pink one first. But yeah, so what I can do now on this side is this is where I can put all of my notes, like, oh, okay, I want to use this pattern for the underskirt, this pattern on this page of this book for the drapery or whatever. And now, like, because I've already got all my undergarments for my bustles, that's why I can do this with the fashion plate. Some of the other projects that I need to build up a huge amount of layers for, then I can actually list off like what layers, and I might even have multiple pages for those layers. So yeah, so like there's the first page. I'm gonna go ahead and let's do some more pages. So let's go moving on. Ooh. Woo! So yes, let's chitty chat now about a cool idea for videos I want to bring to this channel that I think would be really fun. So obviously this channel is pretty much primarily about sewing, but I actually want to start, once I get like a nice little, what do you call it? Not stockpile, wardrobe. A nice little wardrobe up of some cool Victorian dresses. I wanted to actually start doing a Victorian vlog where essentially I show you guys if one can partake in modern day life while wearing Victorian clothing. So here's another thing, like that's a pretty big craft tape, so I'm just gonna use it to border it. And look, it covered up my ugly pen bleeding through. So yeah, I really thought that would be a fun little video to do for this channel. It's just like Victorian vlogging. Don't get your hopes up just yet. This is not going to be something that happens like in the next month. I'm hoping near autumn to start having some Victorian vlogs, because like I said, I want to have a bit of a wardrobe essentially built up. Now here's like, okay, so this fashion plate had like 3 dresses. I obviously have no desire to make the wedding dress, but I wouldn't mind actually having this one in my little crafty book. But I don't want it on the same page as my blue dress. Again, I already have fabrics for this. It is going to be blue. It's not going to be whatever the pattern in that is. It's probably a pattern fabric that I'm gonna get so much hate for using, because everyone's gonna be like, that's not Victorian. Well, so yes, here's another fashion plate one. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of my fashion plates real quick, just because it will get a little excessive if I'm just constantly talking. So yes, let's go ahead and do that, and then I'll show you guys how to do more of the bigger projects. So yes, let's talk about now some projects I've put in that I did not have a fashion plate for, because some of you will be doing projects like that. Fair warning, heavy spoilers alert. Spoilers. For future projects. Not that you guys probably care. You're like, well, we all, yeah. So yeah, for instance, 18th century projects are probably not going to have fashion plates. So what are some other great ways to get inspiration from? Paintings! This is basically the two paintings that I will be pulling a lot of inspiration from when I finally get around to making my chemise à la reine. You know, I used to know who the women were, and yeah, we'll talk about that when I get more into it. But this is great because, like, for me, I want to kind of pull a bit from both, or maybe I'll just do both. Who knows? What I have done is, because I don't know what my undergarment situation will be like by then, I've left a blank page with the same tape on it, because I do know I will have to put info probably on specific undergarments worn for chemise à la reines that will not be worn for some of my other pieces of the time. But yeah, I love that, like having the tape continue on for the next page with your project. I thought that was fun. Another way, of course, is if you don't have fashion plates and you don't have paintings, you could just go one better and do a recreation of an actual garment, which this is a garment I would love to recreate. It's at the Met Museum, the website anyway. It's just this gorgeous green damask dress, just so beautiful. I'm not sure what the original silk was, probably, I don't know. I've gotten a pretty awesome silk though that's very similar, and I can't wait to make this. Again though, I know I'm doing another 18th century dress before this that will have very similar undergarments, so I actually knew I wasn't probably going to need any for that, so I actually didn't leave a page behind it. Like I said, we're going to do a big project here in a second. I'm just kind of brainstorming with you guys other ways to inspire you. Or you could go ultimate, have a fashion plate, have a design of the actual dress in a photograph or painting, and have pictures of one that's still around to this day, like this one. So this is actually, if you can't tell, this is going to be hopefully my 4th of July project. This is an 1890s design. This was the fashion plate, obviously, for it. This is an actual dress in a museum, I believe. Again, I'm going to have to find out what museum. It's not the Met. The Met Museum doesn't have this, but I'll have to find out what museum these pictures came from. I had to like pull it from a few sites because the museum only had a picture of like this one, and yeah, it was a mess. And this one's really cool. This was a photograph from that, I guess, famous ball that happened in 1893, 97. I can't remember. But you can tell like her dress is heavily inspired by these ones. So I thought that was so cool. I have like so many sources to pull from for this. Each one, of course, is a little different, yet similar enough. So here too you can see like I wrote already a note 1890s. So I know that that's what time period it's from, since it's not a time period I'm usually used to working with. But let's go ahead and talk about the big spoiler, the awesome project I'm so excited to do this summer, but it's going to be pretty big. I say it's going to be big because I got undergarments to make for it. So I'm going to change camera views and we'll go back to the book view of it. Yeah, and I can show you someone I'm totally obsessed with for some reason. She's like one of my, like a new female historic idol that I have. Alright, so there's the page I've started. I've used my favorite craft tape. It's just so cute. Look at it, look at it, look at it. I do feel like it looks like my cat Willow. But yes, so let me introduce you guys to Rose Adelaide. So she was a painter during the late 1700s. And believe it or not, this is a self-portrait. how flippin' talented. I'm just so obsessed with her. But yes, so I essentially want to recreate this dress. I think it's beautiful. I just think everything about this painting is beautiful. It's like, and like, I'm such a snob when it comes to art. Not because I'm like, I know about it. I'm just like, I know what I like and I don't like much. But that painting ranks as one of the few that I'm just like, oh my God, it's just so beautiful. So yes, I'm going to start page 1 with my inspiration, which is of course the painting of her and the dress I want to remake, which by the way is a robe à la Turque. I've got this, and just to show you guys, so some notes I'll be putting on this one. So I'm going to be saying it's a robe à la Turque, which to my best knowledge translates as Turkish dress, Turkish inspired dress. Now I know exactly what pattern I'm going to be using for this, which is a black snail pattern, which is a company on Etsy, which does some pretty awesome, I just wrote Etsy because I said that, does some pretty awesome historical patterns throughout a few eras. So there's a perfect example of like kind of how I wanted to start my notes. So I know what kind of dress it is. I know what kind of pattern I'm going to be using. So for fabrics, let's just go ahead and write it. So I'm going to write, okay, so white taffeta, and green striped taffeta. It was really hard to find something like that, but I did find it. I don't actually, I know it's silk. I'm not sure if it's really taffeta. I think it's just, it's crisp, so it's not like horrible floppy silk, but it is real, and that's all I care about. I had to buy it from all the way from India, so could not find anything in the States. Now, since this is a pretty big project, and this is my first really big 18th century project of the year, this will be the project that I can definitely continue on the page. So grab my super duper cute cat tape, and I'm going to continue it on to the next page, because I know this outfit is going to have to be broken up in 2 parts. And on this page, I'm going to be showing, I'm going to be putting, I should have done this tape beforehand. I am going to be putting inspiration for undergarments, because as you may or may not know, when doing historical reenacting, you start from the ground up, and by ground up, I mean you start from the underwear and go outward. Because if you don't, you could totally like make your outer dress and it won't fit right, or you do get it to fit right, and then you do all your undergarments and it doesn't fit right. So in this area, obviously I've gotten a lot of inspirational for fully boned stays that are roughly from the 1790s, which was when that painting was done. I believe that painting was 1791. So I wanted to find stays that would have been worn by someone of that time that looked like they had the correct shape she has in the painting. And my voice wants to die, so I've been talking too much lately, I guess. Okay, so my camera decided to just cut off because it said it had too much on its memory. I guess I forgot to delete some stuff. Oopsies. But yes, so I've just finished up this page with the corsets, and then this page has the bum roll on it along with the petticoat, and I think that pretty much covers the undergarments I'll be needing for Rose's dress. I hope that you guys found this inspirational, or maybe just had fun hanging out. For me, I really wanted to make this because I just find it really nice to kind of have something physical with all of the projects in it that I really want to make, because sometimes when they're just pictures on my computer, I can get a bit less enthusiastic about making the project, but like having it right in front of me, having it like, oh yeah, look how pretty that is, I definitely want to do it. I think in the long run will just help me personally anyway, stay motivated and, you know, not get lackluster or, you know, kind of like, oh, I'll never be able to get to that, blah, blah, blah. So yes, I hope you enjoyed this video and that it was mildly interesting for you guys. You will definitely start seeing my lovely little project book in the future. Obviously, not everything that I will be making will be in this book because I'm not always going to go off fashion plates. Sometimes I'm just going to go off of patterns to make my designs. But I'm sure you will see my bullet journal in upcoming project videos. And again, just say thank you guys for being like patient with me while I kind of regroup my YouTube channel, and I hope that this video hasn't been too boring for you all. And yeah, as always, don't forget to subscribe, click that notification bell, and yeah, talk to me, leave me some comments, you guys. All right, until next week, I shall see you then. Farewell and good night.